Itius Portus or Portus Itius, an ancient Roman name for a port in Nord-Pas-de-Calais, of unknown location. The main candidates have been Wissant and Boulogne, more usually called Gesoriacum, and later Bononia. But a silted-up lagoon on the Flanders shore behind Calais now seems most likely. Caesar, Julius Caesar, described calling ships at Portus Itius to embark troops for Caesar's invasions of Britain in 54 BC. It was certainly near the uplands round Cap Gris, but the exact site has been violently disputed ever since the Renaissance. Many critics have assumed that Caesar used the same port for his first expedition, but the name does not appear at all in that connection. This fact, coupled with other considerations, makes it probable that the two expeditions started from different places. It used to be generally agreed that he first embarked at Boulogne. The same view was widely held about the second, but T. Rice Holmes in an article in the Classical Review gave strong reasons for preferring Wissant, 4 miles east of Gris. The chief reason is that Caesar, having found he could not set sail from the small harbour of Boulogne with even 80 ships simultaneously, decided that he must take another point for the sailing of the more than 800 ships of the second expedition. Holmes argues that, allowing for change in the foreshore since Caesar's time, 800 specially built ships could have been hauled above the highest spring tide level, and afterwards launched simultaneously at Wissant, which would therefore have been commodissimus, or opposed to brevissimus trajectus. In fact, the logical place to assemble 800 ISA ships was in the large lagoon behind a coastal fringe of islands, because in Caesar's day an estuary stretched all the way inland to the site of modern St. Omer. Albert Grenier explained this in 1944, soon after D-Day, when the practicalities of large invasions across the Channel were fresh in mind. Careful analysis of Caesar's text versus modern understanding of wind, weather, tides, and saltation makes it almost certain that this was Caesar's departure port. Boulogne, Wissant, and Quentin, which later became important as ports for small numbers of ships. The English side of the Channel also has many places that were Roman-era ports but are now far inland. Subsequent invasions. Caligula's abortive invasion of Britain c. AD 40 was probably to have departed from Boulogne. The Roman lighthouse which once stood there is believed to have been built by him. Boulogne is presumed to have been the point of departure for the conquest of Britain of 43 under Aulus Plautius, although the only surviving account of the invasion, that of Cassius Dio, does not mention it. The Emperor Claudius followed later with reinforcements, and Suetonius tells us he sailed from Gesoriacum.